Hello everyone, Miss Izzati is here.
Unit 7, Growing Up.
Think, do you know any very tall people? What are the good and bad things about being very tall people? Who is Robert Wadlow?
I'm Robert Wadlow, 12 years old and weigh 240 pounds, and I'm about 7 feet tall. These boys grouped around me are about the same age as I am. They go to the same grade.
Robert Wadlow holds the world record for being the tallest person to have ever lived, being an astonishing 8 feet and 11.1 inches tall. Robert was born on February 22nd, 1918 in Alton, Illinois. He weighed a normal 6 pounds, 8 ounces when he was born. When he was 5 years old, his mother took him to school for the first time. He had reached a height of 5 feet, 1 inches tall.
But I went in there to teach, and I still don't remember a single thing I taught, because when Robert walked in there and sat down with those great big old feet sticking out, I kept looking at him, and he got out his paper and he put it on the desk. It was a regular notebook-sized paper. He put that great big hand on top to start writing, and I couldn't see the paper anymore.
Throughout his life, Robert would continue to grow at an outstanding rate due to his pituitary gland, which is located in the base of the brain. The pituitary and the thyroid glands directly relate to the size and growth of an individual. The possibility of corrective surgery was discussed, and it was decided against. The seriousness of such an operation could have resulted in permanent injury or even death. At the age of 13, Robert was an astonishing 7 feet, 4 inches tall, and he weighed 301 pounds. He joined the Boy Scouts of America, attending summer camp. He tried to blend in with the other boys. However, being able to casually lean on a camp house roof, it was difficult, at best, not to be noticed.
Robert, to the people in Alton, I think, was just another fellow. People from out of town would give him a second glance, of course, but he was just a regular boy, like any other boy, only larger.
I rarely found him angry at any time. The only time that he really did get angry was when we were walking in a crowd, he having one hand on his dad's shoulder, the other on mine, and then someone would come up behind, pinch him in the leg or kick him in the shins to see whether or not he was walking on his own legs or on stilts.
After his 21st birthday, he was accepted into the Franklin Masonic Temple. Most men's rings size range from 8.5 to size 13. Robert's specially made ring measured an unbelievable size 25. This was the largest in the lodge's history. The lodge even made him a special chair so he could sit in and be comfortable. You can see how large the chair is when an average person sits in it. Robert started traveling around promoting shoes. At only 22 years of age, Robert was standing at a towering 8 feet 11.1 inches, weighing in at 440 pounds. This title has yet to have been beat in over 75 years. He had to have custom-made size 37 shoes. Each pair cost around $100 in the 1930s. That's about $1,700 in today's money.
I wear the largest pair of shoes ever made, and when I kick somebody, they stay kicked.
His clothing required 3 times the normal amount of cloth. Robert's father even had to make him a specially modified vehicle, just so Robert could fit in it. Robert himself had to use the entire driver's side of the car so he could fit in it properly. His tremendous height did not come without complications. He had to endure a lot of physical pain simply walking around. On June 29, 1940, Robert was on tour in the northeastern part of the United States. He had complained he was not feeling well and was taken to the doctor. After the doctor examined Robert, it was explained that a brace on his left shoe, which had just been adjusted prior to the trip, had been rubbing against his ankle, causing an infection. 10 days later, after minor surgery, blood transfusions, and running temperatures of 106 degrees, Robert passed away on July 15, 1940.
Robert Pershing Wadlow was born on February 22, 1918 in Alton, Illinois. His height of 11.1 inches qualifies him as the tallest person in history, as recorded in the Guinness Book of Records. He had 2 sisters, Helen and Betty, and 2 brothers, Eugene and Harold Jr., all of whom were of average height and weight. He left school when he was 17. He did go to university, but he left and didn't get a qualification. He was also regarded as being very quiet, earning him the nickname Gentle Giant. When he turned 20, Robert traveled for the International Shoe Company, who provided him with free shoes, which usually cost $100 a pair. Besides, he visited 800 different towns in the USA when he traveled for the shoe company. Due to poor circulation, Robert had little sensation in his feet and did not notice when problems like blisters developed. In July of 1940, a blister on his ankle led to an infection that, despite treatment, ended his life on the morning of July 15 when he was 22 years old. Robert was buried in his hometown of Alton.
Let's do some practice from the textbook, page 76. Robert Wadlow, the Gentle Giant, the story of the tallest man who ever lived. Let's check the answers.
One, 1918. 2, 2 brothers. 3, 2 sisters. 4, normal. 5, 17. 6, spoke. 7, 800. 8, 22. 9, feet.
Vocabulary for today. Married, M-A-R-R-I-E-D, married. Travel, T-R-A-V-E-L, travel. University, U-N-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y, university. Children, C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N, children. Die, D-I-E, die. School, S-C-H-O-O-L, school. Revision time. What is the full name of Robert Wadlow? Robert Pershing Wadlow. Where he was born? In Alton, Illinois, in the USA. How did he become famous? He appeared in a circus. That's all for today. Thank you.